Your whole ass was on the screen, by the way.
I thought you were going to use that one and just have it close up to you.
We use it for the wide shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like we've always done.
Okay.
Do you even watch the podcast?
Sometimes. I haven't watched it in the last few weeks. But it's because I was busy with the school ending and all that. I just haven't got caught up. But I do watch them all. I do watch them all, okay? I've watched every single pod that we've ever made.
Whatever.
And I've watched it start to finish, okay?
What about finish to start? Backwards.
It'd be like, Pia, you like me?
I usually finish by the time I start it.
Alright. Okay. You're fucking fired. I wonder if they can even hear us from that far away on the live over there.
Guys,
Yeah.
can you hear us? We're currently filming the KPM podcast. Go follow us on TikTok, on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music.
Oh, we're not even on audio because I haven't posted a single audio since like episode 8.
We only have like 8 episodes on Spotify or Apple.
Just on YouTube. Just follow us on
Follow
YouTube
us on
and
YouTube.
TikTok.
Subscribe.
Thanks, bye.
So we haven't seen each other in like
2 weeks.
2 weeks. So is there anything new with you guys?
I already talked about it earlier.
Oh, well.
The thing that I wanted to talk about.
But it just can't be on the
I
pod.
just can't be
Oh.
on the pod.
Legality stuff. Mm-hmm. You really gotta stop punching people.
Yeah. You finished your class.
I finished my class and I got an A in it, guys. I got an A. I had a dream. Do you ever have like realistic dreams? I had a dream last
You have
night
a dream wait, sorry, go ahead.
where I failed the class and I woke up and I thought it was real and I was like, no, I have to retake all this shit. But
Was
I saved
that-
all the answers, so.
From your dream? Maybe that's why she gave you a 0 on that one problem, because you're like, I dreamed it and it was answered.
And then it came true in real life.
I have dreams that I'm always late to work and it pisses me off when I wake up.
Have you ever had a dream where you're like you forget to put pants on and you're like go out in public and you look down and
Honestly, no, I haven't had one of those.
really?
No.
I have that all the time. I used to have it as a kid.
I think I had one as a kid.
Like I would be sitting crisscross applesauce at the elementary school we went to, and I would look down and I wasn't wearing pants.
I had a dream about me and you where you were still dating your ex and I was with my ex, the bad ones.
All
And
of them.
we went on vacation to Florida together and we were driving in Dad's old truck around Florida. And like it was, I don't remember exactly what happened, but stuff was like getting bad because, you know, they're both toxic people. So obviously problems were arising.
Yeah.
And I remember just being like, I'm going to leave. And I remember driving to the airport to try to leave. And then I got a call from you saying that I had to get back there. And I got back to the hotel room, which was like a shitty Motel 6 hotel room that we're staying in, because of course we were being with them. You know what I mean? And apparently they both got guns and were
Sick.
like shooting people.
Nice.
And I remember like Becca looked at me and my dream was like, he has a gun over there under the pillow. Because apparently they had multiple. So I grabbed it and I shoved it in my back of my pants. I was like, Becca, me and you are leaving right the fuck now. You know what I mean? And then my ex, I guess, caught on to what was going on and tried to grab me, and he tried to point a gun at me, and we were like fighting with the gun, and then he shot me and I woke up.
Hell yeah.
But he was also threatening to shoot Becca if I tried to leave, and
Oh
it was
my
like a whole thing, and it
God.
was awful. Yeah.
Did you feel the gunshot?
No, I woke up right like when I heard it go off. I woke up.
With my dreams, whenever I get like stabbed or something, I always like, I don't feel it, but I don't wake up instantly. I like will like fall to the ground and slowly fade to black.
Yeah.
As I bleed out on the ground.
I've had dreams exact like that, but not 100%. Okay, this is our first podcast where we're also doing it live, so please excuse if we are messy.
So
Okay,
did
Matthew,
you-
are you going to talk about your drama that you want to talk about?
Or
My
you're
drama?
debating, or not drama, but you
your
had
tea, not your drama. My bad.
Uh,
Do you feel weird talking about it now that you have a live audience?
no, I'm not worried about that. I don't know. I don't know if I want it to be like public. I mean, it's fine if it's on live. I don't care, because no one that I know is watching this.
because you mentioned before that you had stuff you wanted to say since we didn't film last week.
Oh, I was just saying that I knew we were gonna be yapping.
Ah,
I feel like the yapping has like.
The yapping was the live beforehand.
yeah.
Say now, like we're like now. What do we talk about?
That's earlier before we started. I'm like, should we even podcast? Because we're just gonna.
Someone said Becca does have friends.
They're my siblings.
Yeah. Forced friends.
I mean, I consider
Canal.
Becca my friend, even though we're related.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Becca, I had a dream. I had another dream that I was giving birth, okay? And I looked around the hospital, like, I was, like, fully pregnant. And I looked around the hospital, and I was with all Justin's family, and nobody that I knew there. And I was scared, and I remember them being like, there's gonna be a complication. And I was like, oh my god, I'm like, where? And I was calling you, it was like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I was calling you, and you weren't answering. And I was so scared and alone. And Justin, in my dreams, is always a douchebag, and he's like, I'm leaving. And he just, like, left me at the hospital, and I was like, oh
Good for
my
him.
god.
Go Justin, standing up for himself. Being the man.
Apparently there was a train outside the hospital because he just walked and got into a fucking train and left, and I was like, and I remember, like, I guess I was hormonal in the dream. I'm like, I'm gonna run away and leave forever.
Well, he betrayed you.
He's a Rolling Stone.
But yeah, you weren't answering the phone. I can't believe you did that to me, Becca.
Well, I'll make sure to answer it if that happens.
Oh,
if
yeah,
you're ever
if I-
pregnant, I'll make
I
sure.
need somebody I know there because I remember one of his family members. I really like them, and I was like, oh, I could confide in them, and they like brushed me off too. They were like
Aw.
really rude to me, and I was like, I don't want any of you people here.
That's why you should never have children.
Yeah, I'm just never gonna have children.
Destroy the child.
Kill them all.
Kill them all.
Destroy the child.
What is it? The Democrats are. We have
The
a weather.
the demon rats.
We have a weather machine and we kill babies. We're like the ultimate supervillains.
Dude, that's badass.
A part of me wants that to be true because that would be fucking crazy.
yeah, like it's like, oh, are the Republicans just not smart enough to figure out how to? Why don't you build your own weather machine? Okay, why don't you learn how to do that on your own? Why can't you figure it out?
Let's just nuke the hurricane.
Literally,
Dogs are
didn't
the
Trump
best
say
children.
that? Or he said that in the past to like nuke it?
we'll nuke it.
I'm pretty sure. Do you think that the intensity of the hurricanes is from a seeding or whatever they call it?
It's from global warming.
That's what I was thinking,
yeah.
but some people are thinking that it was like man-made.
I think it's because of the election.
Ah,
No, it's because the temperature has gone up by like a degree, and the warmer the temperature is, the bigger the hurricane.
but there's people that legitimately think it's like we did it.
I thought that was
We
like
did
the
it,
most
Joe.
I thought it was the most ridiculous thing until I kept going on TikTok and scrolling, and then I kept seeing more and more and more videos of people being dead serious
Yeah.
talking about it.
I don't know if we should read chat or if we should.
What are they saying?
We'll read chat. Just know whatever you guys are saying, we're reading it, but I don't know if we should say it on the pod. 'cause
We're
then-
ignoring you.
Someone
yeah.
said it's because of Y2K.
Because of Y2K.
It's
remember,
Y2K.
Caitlin, what did I just say?
Do you remember that time period?
I was born in 2001.
No, he doesn't remember that.
Wait, Y2K, isn't that...
2000.
It was in 1999, the New Year's of 1999.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of 2012. Everyone thought
I
the world
remember
was
that.
going to end
We
in
were-
2012.
We were in Oklahoma.
We were in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I remember.
were?
I remember being like, "Fuck, I'm gonna die on my birthday."
I remember going, we went through a drive-through at a Sonic, and the sign on Sonic said, "In this year with a blast."
Yeah.
I remember
And it had like a
thinking...
slushie or some shit.
I remember thinking as a kid, I really hope it does end.
Wow.
Oh my god!
I'm
Sorry,
so serious.
That took a second
I just
to
was like, I
process.
was like fully prepared. I'm like, this is the time.
Like, I don't
Take
want to have
me.
to be an adult. I mean, honestly, if the world ended, like if something like an asteroid, we found out an asteroid or something was coming, what could you really do?
Die.
I mean, you could accept it or not, but you're gonna die regardless.
Pull my
I-
pants up, protect my face.
I've realized I made this connection like a few days ago. When they say the world's gonna end, they mean that the human population is gonna disappear,
Yeah, and not
and the
that
world is still gonna be here.
Yeah.
I don't know why when people say the world's gonna end, I just assume it's gonna like evaporate. Like the Earth is just gonna explode.
It's like the world's gonna keep spinning.
Thank you.
The world's gonna keep spinning even if we're not in it.
Like that's the thing, because if all humankind is gone, then the world is technically over because there's no humans to experience it.
There's like also theories out there where people say that Earth is like a prison planet and that we're an invasive species, so we were sent here
By
and-
God.
No, by aliens, obviously, other species to be trapped here. So and we can't leave. That's why we don't know much about the universe around us, is because we're in a giant bubble and we're trapped here. That's why
So-
we haven't heard any communications from other life or whatever.
So you do think other life forms could like planet hop?
Yeah. I think also another theory is that we are from a different planet and we came here, and that's why humans developed back problems. Because we're not used to the gravity here. We weren't made for the gravity here.
So it's like aliens are like,
These
yeah,
are all just theories. This is not stuff I believe. This
I
is
got
just
paid
theories.
time off. I'm gonna go to Mars.
Yeah,
Like
that's what humanity wants to do in the future. Like they want to colonize Mars. Well, like there's like signs that Mars had like rivers and stuff in it. What if we are originally from Mars and we killed the planet and moved to Earth?
What is Mars one of the gas planets? Which planet is made of gas where you can't like be on it?
Mars is the red planet. It's the one that
I think Jupiter.
I think I was from there because I got stupider.
Mars is literally
It's
like,
a solid.
yes.
Okay. Is it a liquid?
It's in a habitable zone.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not a fucking astrophysicist.
You don't have to be.
Done.
I'm not a fucking rocket scientist.
Are we reading the chat?
Sure.
I'm
On the
only reading the
podcast?
ones that can pertain, like that we can actually like
Okay.
respond to.
It's
Okay.
interactive.
Yeah.
Is Mars a gas planet?
I mean, if I'm on Mars, then it's a gas planet because I got a lot of gas in
Okay,
me.
Becca, when this pod is over, I'm gonna turn on a documentary of Mars and make you watch it. Okay.
Okay.
You're gonna.
I don't think Mars is real. It's okay.
What is it? Girls go to Venus.
Girls go to no.
Boys go to
Jupiter
Jupiter to get more stupider.
Girls go to. What is the saying?
Mars to get them bars. Someone said Mars is totally a gas planet. I guess we're wrong, Becca.
Imagine if it is, and I'm just like a fucking genius.
Have you never seen the rovers on Mars? They wouldn't be able to travel
right.
on there.
You're
without
right.
it being a gas planet.
Guys, Matthew's single.
No, I'm not.
That's what you wanted to tell us.
No, the fuck, I'm not.
You gotta talk about it, Matt.
Well, you don't have to.
Well, he
Someone
doesn't
said
have to.
y'all should bare knuckle box.
What does that mean?
What the
Beat
fuck
each
do you
other in
think?
the face with bare knuckles.
Beat the box without
Oh,
gloves.
okay. Sorry.
Let's do it.
I've been wanting to. Galen did that with her mother already,
And me.
cut that.
and Becca.
Cut that.
I've been needing to get my payback. I need to defend my family from this
Hooligan.
hooligan.
How about we slap box?
Slap
Oh, we
box.
beatbox.
No. No,
How about we box up our feelings?
I do that already.
How about you ship me $2 to Mars, and then I find out if it's gas or not.
Well,
So you're
you just say it. It's fine.
in a relationship.
Yes.
You are.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
What'd you say?
He's in a relationship.
Yeah.
Yes.
You knew this?
Yeah, he said it in the thing.
What thing?
In Telegram.
No, you were talking about him getting.
Yeah.
That's different.
Well, I just assumed. Matthew's not the type to just one and done. You know.
I mean, yeah, no, that's true.
So I just assumed he was. It was an assumption on my part.
How long?
Last Sunday.
Did you ask, or was
Yeah.
it okay?
Yeah.
How did you like see her in person, or?
Pretty much.
Does your ex know?
No.
Do you want this in the pod, or do you want us to cut this out?
See that's what I don't know. I don't know if this should be
Too soon, you think?
my stuff. It isn't even fully moved out of the place yet. You know what I mean? I
So
understand.
you just kind of keep it under wraps for now.
Just for now. I do feel bad about it because it's like that wasn't the plan. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like someone said, "Is this a dating podcast?"
No.
Yeah, I'm picking between these two lovely ladies. Which one I want to court? No.
One thinks Mars is gas. The other one.
The other
I don't
one.
know.
Yeah, the other one beats people up for a living.
So you think you just feel guilty?
A little bit. Yeah, there's a little bit of guilt there because I got getting out of a 5-year relationship almost immediately, like within the week, started talking to somebody that I knew her from way back when. There was no overlap, you know, but I still feel guilty because of how soon.
Yeah.
Because everyone was like, give yourself time, space between, so that you can be fully ready. But it was kind of like on to the next. Like, and I didn't mean it to go that direction, but it just kind of happened that way. And yeah, we're not on bad terms by any means, but
Like I think the hardest relationship to leave is a high school sweetheart type thing.
we were together for 5 years. You know what I mean? Like regardless of like when, that's like a quarter of my life. You know what I mean? God, what
Like
the-
you can give so much of yourself to a person, and they just kind of. turn on you
Yeah.
and make it seem like it was nothing.
Yeah.
I've never experienced that in real life.
Yeah.
But I can imagine how it feels, because normally I'm the one doing that. I'm being so serious. But it's like the people, they were toxic relationships. Like, I'm like, okay, I don't want to be with you anymore. I'm not happy. And they're like, okay. And then I immediately move on.
Yeah.
And then I just don't talk to, like, I used to talk to him every day. Like, my first relationship was a 5-year one, like Matthew says. And then one day I was like, I don't want to be with you anymore. And then I just left, and then I never talked to him again. After being with him for 5 years, like, out of high school. Like, I was about, I think I started dating this guy when I was a freshman, and then I left him when I turned 18. Because I had my own car and everything, and I was like, why would I want to be with this guy?
Well, I think a lot of them were toxic, though.
He was very toxic.
So it's not like you guys had something good and you just got bored. It wasn't
No, he was not.
They pushed you away. That's the thing.
He was a cheater, and he was a liar, and he just was not good for me at all. He was actually, out of all of my exes, he was the best out of the exes.
Really?
Yeah, he was the best because he didn't put his hands on me. But he was still like a piece of shit because he lied and cheated.
He was just emotionally abusive.
Yes. But he didn't put his hands on me, so in my mind, like, I was having a conversation with Justin. I don't remember exactly what it was about, but I was trying to explain to him. I'm like, well, honestly, to me, cheating is like the bottom of the barrel type of thing that somebody can do to me. Like, if you make me fear my safety, because I've had so many men make me fear my literal safety, my life, right? That is like the worst thing you can do to me, is make me feel unsafe in my own home.
Yeah.
Like, if you cheat, like, yes, that is still bad. I'm not saying it's not bad, but cheating is still terrible, and I still don't like it. But compared to all the other things, it's like the bottom of the worst things. Mm-hmm. Like, cheating, I could forgive.
You can?
Yeah.
Oh.
To an extent, it depends. It's situational. Like, if it was like a long-term relationship that they were hiding forever, no.
Oh,
if
yeah.
it was a one-time, I got drunk and I did this, then yeah, I could forgive
Like,
that.
if they have a whole double life.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't forgive that. That's different. I'd be
That's like years of calculation.
I would be like calling you and be like, Becca, I'm going to be sleeping on your couch for a minute. We're going to be living in close quarters.
But for me, if like micro cheating, for me, I'm like, it only goes up from here. Like, it's gonna get worse.
Yeah, it does.
So
like,
for me, micro cheating is enough.
Like, micro cheating, you mean like where they just talk to people online and it's just like flirting and stuff online?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can see that. I wouldn't like that either.
Because, like, in my head, I'm like, I don't want it to get to the point to where it's so bad that I'm, like, more traumatized. Like, I don't want it to get super bad. So I, like, kind of...
Well, micro cheating, or it's the, what's it called? What's that term? The foreshadowing of your future.
Yeah.
If they're doing that early in the relationship, what's your future going to look like?
Exactly.
It's a red flag. It's the biggest of the red flags. Leave immediately. Bail.
Like, why do you have to leave once it gets that bad? Like,
Yeah.
leave before it even gets that bad.
Just leave. Just go.
Yeah.
It's just so much easier. Like, I feel like it's probably easier to leave a relationship if you, like, have your own place and stuff. Like, how Matthew has his own place right now. It would be easier to leave than if you, like, live together, because then you're, like, it's like a divorce. Like, you have to separate all your stuff.
Well, we did live together.
I know. I'm saying right now you live on your own, though. You
yeah.
have your own place, and she has her own place.
Yeah.
Like, technically, there was 2 places when Maya decided
Yeah.
to break up with you. It would be harder if you didn't have your own place to go to, and you had to go searching for an apartment. You had to keep living with her.
So your new girlfriend,
Yes.
how is that going?
So far, so good.
Good.
There's a lot of things that I do for her that she's like insanely grateful for, and it's like
It's a different feeling.
I would do like the same things with Maya, and it would not be a big deal.
Aww.
So it was kind of like whenever she says thank you, I get uncomfortable,
Really?
and I'm like, I'm doing what I should be doing anyway.
So she's
Yeah.
like really appreciative of
Yeah.
you and sees what you're doing and you're
She
trying.
she came over and met our parents, and she loves them.
Ow.
And while she was over, she stayed in my building, and I went over to talk to them. And when I came back, she did my dishes.
Oh,
She swept my floor.
God.
that's so nice.
I was like, I literally got mad at her because I was like, "What are you doing? Like, you should not be doing this." Like I felt so uncomfortable that my instinct was to be like, "Why are you
Let people do things
No, I
for you,
understand.
Matt.
We've had this conversation.
Yes.
I apologize
That
because
is a green flag, Matthew.
Don't apologize.
no, I apologize to her because it didn't make me like actually mad, but like I like was like annoyed because
Like
I'm like
guilty? Felt
guilty because I'm like you shouldn't be taking care of me. I'm supposed to be taking care of you. Like this
You
is
have
not.
to take care of each other.
No, I understand.
That's a healthy relationship. Is when
And-
you both are 50-50.
And my thought, she's a nurse, so like she's taking care of people at work. So I'm like, oh god.
You got with a nurse? No,
Wait,
that's
what's
awesome.
bad? I was like, what do you
Yeah.
mean?
I'm like, oh god.
No, I wasn't gonna say anything
Okay.
bad. Like I'm saying that's really good.
Yeah.
You got a career woman.
Oh yeah, but yeah, it's different because it's definitely an adjustment period. She's way more open to sharing when I do things that she's grateful for. Like she will tell me that she's grateful for it, and it makes me uncomfortable because I'm like, I'm not used to this.
Can you give a example?
I just gave one.
No,
oh,
I mean,
of what
like,
I do?
No, like okay, like an example, yeah, of what you do, and she's grateful for.
Well, I made her pancakes last night, and we had like a little, like, after work. We met at Walmart, and then I just drove down to. Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, somebody commented. Wait, Matthew already got a new lady,
Who said that?
Kenji.
Kenji, in the comments.
But
So you met at Walmart and then you drove down
yeah,
together.
because she lives in Cincinnati, so like that's like where I work. Not I don't work at Walmart. I work next to Walmart. Not that I would be ashamed of Walmart. I used to work there. It's like a halfway point, so like she just leaves her car there and then go back to my house.
So it's kind of like a long distance relationship.
A little
kind
bit,
of.
but it's really not that bad.
Yeah.
We make it work. I mean, if it's an hour or less, I'm like, do that in a day.
But you made her pancakes and she was really grateful.
Yeah. She cooks with me. Mm-hmm. And
Instead of just like being like, make me this.
yeah, like
You feel appreciated.
yeah, and
Like
I feel
you're not going under the radar. You're getting noticed
Yeah.
for the actions, and she's showing you that she cares.
Yeah.
And that she sees that you care.
That was one
Yeah.
thing when I first got with Justin that he commented on, because I would come over and he would be at work and I would still be there, and I would be like, well, I'm just going to do his dishes because, I've been staying the night over here. So I'm going to do his dishes. And then I did some of his laundry and folded it and put it away for him. And he was like, what the fuck?
yeah.
He reacted the same way that you're describing.
It makes me like mad, but I'm like not like in the a bad way, but like why are you doing this for me? Like it made me frustrated. Like why are you doing things for me that you shouldn't be doing? Like you shouldn't be doing this, But
Well, it's just, to me, like I said, that's a huge green flag. That means that she's willing to work with you and that not all of the pressure of everything is on you. Like,
yeah,
I
no,
see
I know,
potential for future long term because, like, she would be somebody who would, like, help pick up, like, 50-50 chores. It wouldn't be all on
no,
you.
yeah, that was another thing because like I would do chores around Maya and she would just sit on the couch and just watch me do them. Essentially,
Yeah.
it's completely opposite because Cassie's very independent.
Yeah.
She does her own thing and she gets things done separate from me. And I mean, with Maya, I did enjoy like going. We like did a lot of things together.
Yeah.
Like everything, like for the house, we went out and did it together. That was fun.
Yeah.
But it is kind of nice just being able to. I don't know.
Not having somebody fully emotionally reliant on you,
Yeah.
where they do their own thing and then you can do your own thing.
Yeah.
And then you guys do things together as well, but
Yeah.
you don't have that pressure on you of being completely
It's-
responsible for
Yeah.
It's
one
not
person.
one-sided.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's not one-sided.
Yeah.
Is this all stuff that you didn't realize was a problem in your last
Yes.
relationship?
Oh.
Yes. It
Well,
was.
I feel like you didn't realize it because this is all you've known.
Yeah.
You've only had one girlfriend before your new one, but like you've only had one girlfriend before, so you have, and plus you don't really have anything to compare it to.
Nothing,
like growing up, you saw dad do everything for mom, so like that was
the blueprint.
that was the
Yep.
blueprint. That was normal for you, and that is not normal. Like Justin, he cooks and he does the laundry and he pretty much does all the cleaning and stuff at home. Like he does all the household stuff. But I was in school and I was working 40 hours and I was putting 20 to 30 hours into school. So I was always busy. So he picked up on that. And now that I'm not in school, now it's my responsibility to do the laundry and do the dishes and do everything else because he's working like 7 days on, and then he gets the next week he works 5 days, and then he only gets 2 weekends off a month. Like it's an intense work schedule. So now the responsibility is on me.
Yeah, I think it's like it can't always be equal,
No.
but
No.
you have to be willing to put in the effort
Right.
to like take up the slack if
Absolutely.
it needs to be. But it
Absolutely.
can't always be like that.
No.
You have to like be there for each other.
Like, I haven't actually cooked in months, okay? Like, to the point where, actually, no, a year and a half. Okay, it's been over a year since I've cooked a meal. And last night, Justin came home from work, and I was like, I'm going to try to cook you something. And I remember being, like, anxious, because I'm like, I don't even remember how to fucking cook. And he's like, let me help you. And then we both cooked together. Like, it wasn't, like, a big deal. He was just like, let me help you. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to get the hang of this eventually. You're just going to have to be patient with me. Your meals might not be the greatest, but I'll learn, because I haven't cooked in a year and a half, because he's the one who cooks, like, how Dad did for Mom growing up. But it was because of how much workload I had on me. Now roles are reversed.
I think it's good if like you know your partner will help you
Yeah.
when you need help, and that's so important.
Yeah.
Because if they don't see when you need help and they don't step up to help,
Yeah.
that's like you feel so alone and like
Yeah.
One thing that I used to do is kind of like what Maya was doing to you, is I was too emotionally reliant on Justin. Like, I wouldn't leave the house unless he would go with me. Example, if grocery shopping needed to get done, he had to find time out of his schedule to go with me to go grocery shopping instead of me just going while he's at work while I'm off of work. Like, because it alleviates just that little bit of stress. You know what I mean? Like, okay, like I have to work 60 hours this week, but I also have to worry about going to the grocery store with my wife or it won't get done. Versus if I can just go by myself. Like, now I'm starting to be more independent because I was an alcoholic and I was not in a good headspace. But now I'm starting to be more independent and I go out and I do a bunch of stuff on my own. Like, if I want to go somewhere, I just go and do it. Like, I don't wait for him or anything like that. I feel like that is toxic in a way to put that much pressure on somebody's shoulders.
with like no intention of improving.
Yes, to be like fully reliant on someone, to start expecting, like, example, when Justin started doing the cleaning and the cooking, if my school, like, I'm taking my school break now, if I was like, okay, my school's done, and then I continued to sit on the couch and do nothing while he continued, while working freaking 70 hours a week, continued to do the cooking and the cleaning and the laundry and everything else, that is borderline abusive. That's putting way too much work on his shoulders.
Yeah. And, I mean, we're not even talking about the money situation. What a fucking nightmare that was.
What do you mean?
I'm, like, in so much credit card debt because of Maya.
I came to that conclusion because, was it the Orlando trip?
It was, well, I'm not counting the vacations.
Can I make a comment before
Yeah.
you go on?
Yeah.
The Orlando trip, okay, you were telling me that she had a good paying job. She was making more money than me. And every time she was buying something or doing something, I thought she was using her own money.
No.
Because the amount you spent on the Orlando trip, you shouldn't have spent that much when almost everything was paid for.
Well, we didn't have to pay for the hotel. I bought groceries and then, I don't know if just me and Maya went out to dinner at all during the vacation. I think we all went out to dinner together.
Yeah.
Once or twice, I can't remember, but I paid for the gas. I paid for, I think the only thing she paid for was a Disney ticket or both of our Disney tickets or both of our Universal tickets. That was the one thing that we split.
What about all the souvenirs that she got?
I bought most of them.
And the souvenirs are not fucking cheap.
No, especially at like Universal or Disney.
Like, I remember going into a store with her and her being like, I'm going to get this for this person and this for that person and this for that person. And me being like, oh, okay, she has money now. Go off, girl.
She, I don't remember her situation exactly, but she was not, she's not good with money.
And she would just use your money?
Yeah. Well, mainly because I told her she could. Which is, obviously that's my fault. Because I'm like, well, I want to be able to provide. I want to be able to.
Well, did she make you feel like you had to though? Like you didn't really have an option.
That's another thing. It's not, the blame is not 100% on her.
Yeah.
I want to make that very clear because I told her that she could. I enabled her bad spending habits, but then she also allowed me to spend my money on her for things that she didn't need. So it's both of us. It's not just her.
Like, you should understand the limit.
Right.
Like, I'm not going to keep basically taking advantage of this.
Yeah. And I talked to my buddy about this because I spent money that I got from Dad. Like, I asked Mike for, it's a long situation, or a long story, but essentially our oldest brother is in control of inheritance money and he's like, if you need anything, just let me know. So I asked for some money and that money like went down the drain so fast because Maya was like in between jobs, in between part-time jobs because she can't handle working 40 hours a week. And so I had to pay for everything. But I kept being like, no, it's fine. I can pay for everything. I dug a hole, and we went on like another vacation. And then with the money that I got from Mike, I paid off my credit cards, and then it immediately went right back to where it was. And I wasn't working because I was like, I should have gone to work, but my job was very lenient at the time, where like they didn't for real care if I was at work or not.
So she basically took advantage of your kindness.
Yeah. And I remember telling my buddy, like, he was like, your dad would not want you to spend your fucking money like that.
No.
And I was like, no, I know. And he was like, I kept trying to defend her, and he was like, you need to fucking stop doing that because she let you, her and her mom let you spend his money on bullshit. And,
to me, it felt...
Toilet paper.
To me, it felt, like, okay, after you broke up, I was thinking about a lot of things. Like I said, I was thinking about the Orlando trip and stuff. And then I was thinking about some of the comments you made. And I was like, it kind of feels like you were used and then dumped.
Discarded.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
you were like, because to me, a healthy relationship isn't take.
It was, yeah.
Because one of the comments you made is you're like, I keep checking my bank account and there's still money in there. And I'm
Yeah.
like, that was a huge red flag to me. I didn't realize any of that was, like, I knew that, like,
Oh, dude.
I knew some of it, but
I have
not all of it.
so much fucking money in my bank account right now. I have not seen $1,000 in my bank account in so fucking long.
No.
Matt, she was literally a leech.
Oh my god.
She was sucking you dry.
Like, I can't imagine me, like,
financially, emotionally, everything.
We can leave this. We can leave all this shit in. It's totally fine. I have about $10,000 in credit card debt just on her.
Oh my god.
I will say the first vacation I pretty much paid for, and then I paid it off with the money I got from Mike, and then we went to Georgia again, and then I racked it up, and then I don't know if I just didn't want to work, or because I did stop going to work for a period of time. I could have I probably was just depressed, but like I needed the money, but I justified not working over getting money. And so I kept just depending on the money that I got from Mike, because I'm like, oh, it's fine, because we only have X amount of months and then we can move, and then we won't have to worry about this high rent payment, So it was like, fuck it, I'll just coast. It's fine. And then I ended up getting fired, and then I got the job that I'm at now, and I'm making way more money, and I'm actually working. They actually care if I'm there, so it makes me want to work.
Like motivated.
Yes. And I'm so much happier, like, financially. Like, even though I still have a ton of debt, I actually...
You're out of the grave, Matt. You literally dug your way out of there, and now
I'm not all the way out.
No,
but
I think he's still in the hole, but he can see the light.
Yeah, you can. You're like, you see the edge of the...
Yeah. No, there's an end in sight.
Yay.
And, yeah, it's...
It
You
was a
see that,
blessing
Becca?
in disguise. I did, yeah.
It was a huge clump of hair just fell on my head. Don't pay attention to it. Sorry, Matt.
No, you're fine.
What I wanted to ask is how much credit card debt was there total before counting
Zero.
No, I mean that she spent before even counting the one that you paid off.
That she spent?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Okay, you said that you racked up credit card debt
Yes.
and then you paid it off with dad's money and then you racked it up again.
Yeah.
How much was the total?
Oh, the first time I paid it off?
Yes.
$5,000.
So it was a total of 15 grand altogether?
Oh, it was more than that, but like over the whole,
I can't imagine. Okay, so me and Justin, we were together. We've been together for 10 years. We were together for 5 years before we decided to combine finances. But like, I moved in and I did the stuff that you're describing with your new girlfriend. And then I remember, example, the power would go out because he forgot to pay the bill.
Yeah.
He had the money, he just forgot to do it.
Yeah.
And then the water would get shut off because he forgot to pay the bill.
Yeah.
And I just kind of was like, do you want me to take over these bills? Because I'm staying here and it sucks not being able to take a shower. And he's like, yeah, sure. So I would just call the water company and I'd pay it every month.
Yeah.
And I just started doing that and just slowly started helping. But when we combined bank accounts, I never was like, oh, this is my money. I'm going to spend it on whatever I want.
Like I said, I enabled her to spend my money because I kept telling her, like, we need to act like we're already married, like, financially. So, like, my money is your money. I kept saying that.
I think after about 5 years, that's pretty normal
Right.
to do. Yeah.
So, but it was like, and then she wanted to do acting, and she went to Florida for a talent agency. Oh my God, that was another thing. Oh my fucking God. I spent $1,400 for her hotel to stay there. She paid half of it back. She told me she would pay me all of it back. She only paid me like $600 of it back. I completely forgot about that. That was like after I paid off my credit cards.
Why
that
was her hotel that expensive?
Because it was in Florida, and she misunderstood what they were telling her about how much she actually needed, and she was like, "I don't have that money." They weren't going to let her use more than one credit card to pay for it. They needed to use one card.
Okay.
So she was like, "We're at the hotel. We just drove 12 hours. We're freaking out. We don't know what to do." And I'm like, at the time, I just had the 2 credit cards, and they were both almost maxed out. Mm-hmm. And I had to like max out my Apple card to get that. And I'm like, how do you? It was like she didn't understand how much she was going to have to pay the first night. Like, how are you going to go all the way there and then get surprised by the hotel that you should have already have known how much it was going to be?
Do you think maybe she knew and she just was pretending like she didn't know?
I don't know, but I mean, $800 of that I'm still paying for.
I feel like it would be maybe in her mind it was easier to be like, oh, it's gonna be this much and I don't have it, but if I get there, Matthew's not gonna say no.
Yeah, he can't say no.
Yeah, because I'm already down there and he doesn't wants me to be safe, right? Like not be basically homeless while she's down there.
So she did that, and then we flew to Florida a separate time, so that she can meet with her
Scout.
agent or scout. I think it is more of a scout, and do like a photo shoot. That photo shoot was like $400.
Oh my God.
I can't remember if we split that.
Why would you have to split it though?
But the whole time I'm investing in you because I believe that you can.
Okay, yeah.
You know, so I was like, okay, like just pay me back when you start making money on this.
See, that kind of mindset, I'm investing in you, that is, you were in it for the long haul.
Dude, I was all in.
This is the woman I'm gonna marry mindset.
No, yeah. Like, we were, like, literally, like, a week before she broke up with me, I was like, when are we getting married?
Yeah.
Like, because I'm like, we're living together, you know, like, we've been together for 5 years. Like, I had that conversation with her. Mm-hmm. And she was like, not yet. And I was like, all right.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to push you, but, like, you know.
Like, an example of me investing into my partner is, example, Justin wants to go to college, right?
Yeah.
He's not going to get financial aid or anything like that. We'll have to get student loans and stuff. So I was like, okay, we will both work really hard, both of us, to pay your tuition and pay as much out of pocket as we can because it's investing in you. If you have a degree, you can go further in life, and in turn, it'll benefit us. Mm-hmm. I mean, even if, like, let's say something happened and me and him got divorced, I still wouldn't regret that because we're married and we're a team at the time.
Yeah.
I guess the mindset is, would they do that for you?
Yeah, he would absolutely do it
and
for
that's
me.
when you know it's worth it to make that investment.
Would she invest in you?
No. I mean, maybe if she had more income and she actually had the drive to, like, actually go to work, maybe. But...
like, you think if she had the money, she would have been spending
maybe...
it? I think you're questioning it as your answer. Like, you being unsure is the answer you need.
Yeah.
I can't imagine my significant other working and paying for everything and me being like, I can't work more than a full-time job or more than a part-time job
Yeah.
to help financially. I can't imagine doing that.
I mean, it could be, like, mental
I can understand
illness,
that, but, like, there's things around it. Like, example, Amazon, Flex driving, or DoorDash. You don't have to interact with people. Like, there's other ways to make money. Like, it just sounds like she doesn't have drive.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't have any motivation to work any job other than being a singer or an actor, which I respect that, but, you know, we have bills, and I wish, you know, hindsight is always 20/20, but I wish I would have been. Someone said, was his ex his only child or the only child?
No.
Oh,
she was the only girl.
She was one of 2, but she got most of the attention because he moved out.
He's older.
She's very, very much attached to her mom, and that was another reason she broke it off with me, was because she was like, I realized how much I miss my mom and her cat.
To me, that's a little weird being 22 years old, and, like, I can understand to an extent, but you're 22. Like,
I know, and we lived an exit away from her mom.
I think that she just isn't ready to grow up.
No.
Like she still has a child mindset, which that's normal. People grow up in different intervals, right? Like I don't think I fully started to grow up until like I got sober. You know what I mean? Like I didn't fully have an adult mindset until recently, I feel. But everybody grows up at different rates, and Matthew, you were just more mentally ahead. Not mentally, that's not the right word. Your maturity level was further ahead than hers was. She wasn't ready to be an adult and get married and have kids.
She loved to remind me how I was less mature than her, which was very funny to me because every time I'm like, I know, I know, you know.
No,
I think you're mature in different ways. Maybe.
Right. No. Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
To me, maturity is being able to pay your own bills. It's being able to be self-sufficient and not rely on anyone, right?
Yeah.
That is what an adult is somebody who takes care of their own shit. That's what maturity means, is being an adult.
Yeah.
And to me, it sounds like you were the mature one and that she is absolutely not mature because she can't live without her mom. Like, living with her mom. Like, she needs to stay with her mom because she's still mentally a child. Yeah. Which, like I said, is okay, but she shouldn't have drugged you down in it.
Yeah. It put a big stress on the relationship.
I can't imagine living with my significant other's mom.
I mean, her mom was great, but it did absolutely put stress on the relationship.
Like, to me, the way I saw it is she moved out with you for the first time you guys were living together, just you and her, and it lasted like 2 weeks before.
Oh, yeah, it was very short lived.
Do you kind of wish that you guys lived together by yourself sooner so you could like?
Yes, because I kept trying to push her to like, let's move to Dry Ridge. Okay, nothing against her mom, but I wanted to move out last year. But her mom was like, I literally have nowhere to go. This is my only option. We need to re-sign on the lease. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't even want to fucking live here.
Like you were supporting both of them.
We could have just, like, I wanted to move to Dry Ridge a year ago.
Weren't you supporting both her and her mom at one point?
I helped. I'm not going to say I supported both of them, but I did help out with certain things. It was like, I'll spot you money here if you need it. And then her mom always paid me back.
That's not, I know that was your life for the last 5 years, but that is not normal. No. Like, I don't have any of my significant other's family members asking me for financial support.
Hold on. Okay. We lived together, and her mom was going through a nasty, nasty divorce, and she essentially went broke paying for lawyers because Maya's dad is a fucking dumbass.
Oh, no, that whole situation.
Oh, my God. What a fucking twat, dude. He like stopped paying his lawyer, and so he had to represent himself. It was very funny.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Like, he had to get up in front of...
Yeah, and he kept lying to people saying that Layla, like, owes him $1,800 a month because she makes so much money, and then he represents himself, and then he doesn't get anything because he didn't pay his lawyer. He dragged it out for so long that he ran out of money to pay his lawyer because he was so blinded by, like, wanting to get that money and being like, okay, well, if we just break her down first...
Oh, my God.
I think that was his mindset with it, but... Obviously that didn't work, and he left with quite literally nothing. Like, maybe, I think it was half of her 401k he got, and that's it. Which wasn't a lot, because she had to dig into it a lot. But yeah, all that money went to lawyers.
My money's about ready to start going to lawyers.
Yeah.
Lawyers are expensive as fuck.
It's ridiculous. It's so fucking ridiculous how much they charge.
Were you helping with lawyers?
No, I was helping with other bills while she was paying lawyers, yeah.
Okay.
So, like, I would, like, pay for... groceries this day, or I mainly helped Maya more than her mom. Her mom rarely needed financial help, but whenever she did need it, I was happy to help. It was rare, but it did every once in a while needed to be done. Because I'm like, well, I don't want you to go under because I'm like, no, it's my money. Like, I had the money. I'm young. I don't have any, I mean, I have bills, but I mean, I'm not worried about it. I have like inheritance, a little bit of inheritance.
Do you feel relieved at all now that you're taking a step back from it?
I mean, yeah, because it would have just got worse.
Because, like, not only was you fully you were the only emotional support person, you were also the financial support person. That had to have been a huge weight.
And that's another thing. Like, I'm kind of, like, surprised Maya broke it off when she did, because I'm like, you're about to spend so much money on, like, so many things. Like, why would you choose now to do that when you know that I was literally throwing money at you to get you where you want to go?
Yeah.
Like, I wanted her, because I believe she's very talented, and I believe that she can go far. So I'm like, all right, I'm investing in you because I know that when you eventually do start making money, I'll get this money back. Mm-hmm. I'm like, why break it off now when I just get the best paying job I've ever had?
I wonder if she finally started to feel like guilty and was like, I can't keep doing that.
I think that she just didn't like living alone, like not having.
Oh,
her
that
mom
was
there.
another thing. She hated living alone, and I'm still working night shift because they won't fucking switch me to day shift. It's pissed me off. So at night she would just be home alone, and then we got those cats. And then she became even more miserable because we got those cats to make her not feel so lonely. But then she ended up feeling more lonely because she had to take care of these things that were a little bit mischievous, but they were like very well behaved for kittens.
They were just kittens.
They were just kittens. And they they got into stuff, but they didn't break anything. They didn't damage anything. They were just
normal
kittens.
kittens.
They were actually very well behaved.
She probably is used to her cat.
That was when we brought them back. She was like, I should have just got the older cat that doesn't do anything. I was like, well, yeah, because that's all you're used to.
Older cats, they don't do a whole lot. I just can't. I don't think that she's a pet person.
No, she is.
Well, I mean, if you can't handle a young pet, then like I don't understand.
We got kittens so that we could raise kittens.
So you could have like a 20-year pet companion.
Yeah, and I spent the adoption fee. I think was $100 a piece.
Mm-hmm. Oh damn!
And it was non-refundable, so that sucked.
And you gotta take them back.
Oh wait, no, sorry, it was $60 a piece.
You probably spent a lot on the supplies for the cats.
Oh, I bought all the supplies. She bought some toys off Amazon. Someone said the kittens couldn't pay her bills. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, that's why she got rid of them.
I can't imagine being irritated from a kitten. They're cute. You know what I mean?
I mean, the one, Bjorn, the older one, he was so sweet. He would just like follow you around, and whenever you sat down, he would hop up in your lap and just like headbutt you. But yeah, that kind of fucked me up because I'm like, she broke up with me very soon after that. So I was like, I could have just fucking kept the cats.
Yeah, you could have.
Damn it.
Do you think you can go back and try to get them again?
No, they're gone. That was like a month and some change ago.
Well, maybe you should just go get a cat for yourself, just so you're not lonely.
Honestly, I'm like, I do so many things outside of the house, and now that experience made me realize I don't want a cat for a little while.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm fine with not having any extra responsibility now.
That makes sense. You just need to focus on yourself.
Yeah, and my new relationship, I guess, because there's something there, and it's not one-sided.
I mean, it's kind of crazy that I hate to say how much better it's going.
Oh, immediately. Like, immediately better. Like,
it feels like it clicks better for you.
Oh, 100%.
When are we going to meet her?
Oh,
right now, come on in!
No. I have no idea.
It's going to be like
okay.
Christmas.
There's no rush on that.
You think she'll be over for Christmas?
I don't know.
I'll just show up at your house.
Stop.
No, don't just show up in my house.
I'll just show up. It's okay.
Don't do that.
I remember your door doesn't have a lock on it. So
no, it does now. It does now.
I was going to say, I could just walk right in.
It wasn't that it didn't have a lock. Is the front door wouldn't latch, so it would just stay open. I would have to slam it.
Yeah.
And it would get stuck, and I would have to kick the door down from the other side. Damn. But now that's funny because the Hurricane Helene came through, and it like shifted the house, and now it closes. Which I thought that was very funny.
W Hurricanes.
Yeah, W Hurricane.
Man, I'm glad that we made the hurricane machine.
Yeah. And then I didn't have a key for the inside door. So it was like I had a door that wouldn't shut, and then I had a door I didn't have a key to, so I couldn't lock it. So it was just like someone could just walk in.
Oh my god.
But it didn't happen, thankfully.
Kenji says, I'm glad you found someone who sees you and appreciates the things you do.
Yeah. It is nice. It is nice.
I didn't realize I'm sure you didn't either, how bad it was before.
When you're in it, you never realize how bad it is until you're out of it.
Until someone else opens your eyes.
Yeah.
Your third eye.
Yeah.
I thought you said your throat eye. Like, what?
Yeah.
I can't say it, but like, is he... Matthew's straight, Becca.
What?
That's what I say.
That's the direction you went with
your
that?
throat eye.
I said third eye.
No, she said my throat's dry, and you need to take a swig of something or something.
Yeah. How has it been trying to like process the old while in the new?
That is very interesting.
Yeah.
It's actually not as difficult as I thought because Maya didn't really do a whole lot. So it's like, I'm more just surprised when things are happening. Like when things are getting, like whenever I'm receiving help, I'm more just like, why are you helping me? But I'm like, but this is how it's supposed to be.
Yeah. She set your expectations to the fucking floor, bro.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Your expectations were on the floor.
And then with Cassie, all of her boyfriends in the past were like dog shit to her. So like,
Ow.
what I'm doing is what I think should be the norm already, and she's like so appreciative.
So you were like surprising each other.
Yeah,
in the
because
best ways.
I'm like, this is what should be normal.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't be touching doors. Like, I'm opening every door for you. I don't give a fuck. Like, whenever we're in the car together, she touches the door, I like look at her like, you better not touch that fucking door.
That
You know.
part eventually goes away, right?
No. Even with Maya, I mean, obviously there would be times where I wouldn't do it, but with Maya, for the most part, I would open a lot of the doors. You know, that's just like, it's basic. It's relationship 101. Men should be opening doors for me. I don't know why, but that's just how
I
it is.
personally don't care. I don't
don't
care.
No,
like
I
it.
know. I know. But
It's sweet.
it's
though.
something to make them feel special, and that's
It makes them feel like you're paying attention.
yeah. You're thinking about them, and
Yeah.
you know.
I fight to open up the door first. I'm like,
Oh, dude,
got it.
she short-circuited me the other day because her dad was in the hospital. He's good, but her dad was in the hospital, so she went and visited him, and we got back in the parking garage. I opened the door for her. I'm walking around the car. She fucking leans across and opens my door. I literally was like, "Don't ever do that again." Like, I got so mad. Like, don't do that.
She's like, you're gonna take care of me, and I'm gonna take care of you.
It literally short-circuited my brain because I couldn't even. I didn't even know that was I didn't even realize that was possible.
I've done that to Justin.
I literally like stared at her like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like, I didn't even. Yeah. Someone said, "Bro's finally dating an adult and he doesn't know what to do." Yeah.
Matt, you got your first adult girlfriend. She sounds like wifey material.
No, yeah, 100%.
Don't like propose to her in like 6 months. You gotta wait like at least a
He's
year
like
or two.
Jim, and he already bought the ring, and he's just
Well,
waiting.
no. You gotta date for at least a year, and then you move in together, and you live with them for a year, and then you can propose.
Like, don't let your ex-girlfriend stop you from finding your wife.
don't let your girlfriend stop you from finding your wife.
Don't let
Exactly.
your wife stop you from finding a girlfriend.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
There you go.
Don't let your wife stop you from finding your next wife. Yeah. Finding your boyfriend. Whoa. I'm here for the bros.
I'm sure there's gonna be moments when your wounds from your
Oh,
past
yeah,
relationship
and-
will show up.
I've been very transparent with Cassie about everything because she knows that I just got out of a 5-year relationship. She understands. She's been so
Patient,
yes, and it's been fantastic because like she actually like
cares.
yeah. Yes.
Guys, you need a partner that cares about you, okay?
That actually cares about your feelings and not just their own. Is it weird having somebody actually like check in on you?
A little bit. A little bit. I mean,
This is hurting my heart.
Like 5
I
years.
didn't, like I said, I didn't realize how that it was that bad. You know.
and
Like I remember when you first started dating Maya, which you probably told her that I said stuff, but I wasn't like a big fan of her,
Same.
right?
I
Because
don't
you guys were
honestly
young.
remember.
You guys were young and stuff, but I guess it was about 2 years ago. I was like, okay, I need to start making more of an effort because she's not going anywhere, and I see that she is Matthew and her are growing and maturing
Yeah.
together because they were young when they got together, and so I was like going to put in an effort. Like this year, I actually had a plan of what I was going to get her for Christmas and stuff because normally I don't ever get her a present for Christmas. But I was like actually going to start making an effort. It was I remember every time that you guys came over, you wouldn't stay long.
Oh
And
my
It
god.
was so hard for me. Like I remember trying to ask her questions and stuff, and it was like it almost felt like a one-sided conversation.
It
But I
all-
was
yeah.
putting forth an effort. I was trying.
I'll never forget when Mike came down, and it was like I never got to see him because she kept. Anytime we would go over, she like there was one time when we went over, we were there for not even 10 minutes. She was like, "I'm anxious. Can we go home?"
Oh my god.
It's
And
like,
then
why don't you just stay home and I stay here?
that's pretty much what happened. And then, like for years after that, she kept being like, "You didn't even want me to be there."
Oh my
I'm like-
god.
I'm like, obviously I wanted you to be there. I didn't. I mean, now like looking back, I'm like, oh shit, it's because you could not handle being there for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So like I didn't want you to be there because so I could spend time with my brother who I see like once every like 2 years.
To me, I feel that is like, yes, I understand the anxiety aspect of it, but I am anxious in front of new people and stuff.
Yeah.
But to me, that is selfish because I will go and spend time with people that I'm not familiar with because
Yeah.
it's important to my significant other.
Yeah. He said so she wanted to be an entertainer, but she wasn't a people person. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Honestly,
ironic.
exactly right.
So
yeah.
is her name's Cassidy?
Cassidy, but she goes by Cassie.
Okay, so is Cassie different? Like, will I have a difficult time talking to her?
She definitely has autism.
Oh, dude, me and her will get along then.
Like her autism is like you can't read her at times. Like we'll be like hanging out having a good time and I'll look over at her and she just kind of like completely blank face. I'm like, are you okay? And she's like, yeah.
Like very deadpan.
Yeah. And I'm like, are you good? I'm like, I can't read you. She's like, yeah,
I'm
I get
exactly
that a lot.
like
What
that.
are her special interests?
Special interests.
Everyone who's autistic has special interests. That's why I'm asking.
Being a nurse, a caregiver.
Oh yeah, being a caregiver, 100%. She like loves her job, and I remember when we first were talking about like her job. I'm like, God, I don't know how you work these 12s, blah blah blah. She's like, first of all, I love my job, and I was like, wait, I'm projecting because I hate my job.
Yeah.
The thought of going to work stresses me out. I go, fuck, I have work. I was like, oh, you must hate your job because you work with sick people all day and you take care of other people. You don't, because I know that I couldn't do that. Mm-hmm. So like, I'm projecting my own, like, I would hate that on her, but she was like, I love my job. I'm like, fuck, damn it. She got me.
Well, when I mean special interests, I mean, like, what? Okay, so people who are autistic will hyperfixate on things.
I don't know what.
It's not a requirement.
Yeah, well, no.
Because I don't really have special
Like,
interests.
but she's just like a normal girl. Like, she likes Taylor Swift. You know what I mean? Like she knows like everything about Taylor Swift.
Well, I'm just trying to.
She knows where she lives.
She
She
knows
knows
any
her
common
DNA.
interests. Is what I'm trying to figure out because I want to be her friend.
I mean, she likes dogs. She has a cat, but she's not a cat person. There hasn't been anything that's like a hyper fixation, like how there's like with some dudes, it's like trains or
Yeah.
military.
I think that's
or,
like a stereotype.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I get it though. I get the train. I get like wars and stuff. I get that. I get
Like,
being like, whoa, wait, what were we doing?
I get hyperfixations like with crocheting. I'll be hyperfixated, and then I forget that it even exists.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then move on to
she
something
does
else.
embroidery.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. She has a couple of shirts with like breast pockets, and she like makes flowers coming out of them.
Yeah.
Cute.
So she like sews them or embroiders or whatever.
I think currently I like manga. I like reading manga right now.
Oh, she hates animation.
Oh!
I jokingly was like, let's watch the SpongeBob movie. And she's like, no.
Aw.
Fuck. But I'm like, if that's the only red flag, we're good.
That's like she's
That's
like
a big
such an
red
adult
flag.
that she can't participate in anything that's like childish.
yeah. And I was like, well, what about like the kids you like watch? Like she nannies semi-part time. She was like, well, that's different because it's like I'm watching it with the kids because they can't watch what I watch. I'm like, yeah, that's a good point.
Is she your age?
She's a year older than me.
Okay, so she's
So
23.
she's 20.
She's 35.
Oh, get this.
What?
She was born on the day Dad died.
No
Yeah.
fucking way.
But we're both Capricorns.
That's crazy.
I remember we were in Cincinnati, and I was like, curious, I'm like, when's your birthday? She was like, January 9th. And I was like, dude, that's the same day my
Dude,
fucking
she's literally
dad died.
bringing a light on that day for you.
Yeah.
She's brightening that day for you.
That might cause a problem in
Why?
the future because she's gonna want to be happy and upbeat because it's her birthday, and that's a day for us to mourn.
Well,
But she's gonna be she's bringing happiness to it.
Okay.
and
It's giving him a reason to be happy about that.
and
day.
I was telling her how my birthday was Christmas Eve, and like how it kind of sucks because like joint gifts and stuff. She's like, well, then we'll just give you a half birthday. I'm like, when? She was like, she said
June
24th. I'm like, fuck, that's Maya's birthday. I didn't tell her that. I didn't tell her that. But I remember being like, yeah, that'd probably be fine. Like, but yeah, she was like, we'll just celebrate your birthday halfway through the year. I was like, that would be kind of awesome because like everything's closed on my birthday except for
That's
fucking
sweet.
Outback Steakhouse.
I'm surprised you hadn't done that sooner. Had a half birthday.
I didn't even think of that.
I mean, I haven't thought about it because usually around that time is Maya's birthday, and I have to like I spend a lot of money on her birthdays or on Christmases. Like, I mean, we both like on Christmas we would both spend like hundreds of dollars on each other,
Yeah.
but on her birthday it was like I would go kind of crazy.
We're gonna have to do that for both you and Justin because Justin's birthday is a few days after Christmas.
Yeah,
And
28th.
I usually go. I probably spend $1,000
Yeah.
on Justin because it's birthday and Christmas. It's like super hard to get him gifts though because like we're both adults and if we want something we just buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm trying to put together a wish list because soon you guys are gonna be like, what do you want for Christmas?
Yeah.
So I'm putting together a wish list and I have no fucking
Yeah.
like the things that are on there are like a PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna get me that or a Kindle paper, a Kindle Color. Those are new.
Yeah.
And some book sets. Like I want the Harry Potter book set. That's one of the things on my list because of Dad.
Yeah.
I've never actually read all the Harry Potter books. You
They're
believe
good.
That?
They're good.
Well, I was kind of like anti it because of J.K. Rowling.
Oh yeah, she's
Yeah.
transphobic.
Yes, that bothers me. But I was kind of like,
But she
well,
paints. She
I'm
paints. Such a beautiful universe.
Well, I was like, I'm gonna
Without the trans. No, I'm kidding.
Oh
I'm kidding.
my.
I'm kidding. That was a
push
joke.
that aside, and it's for nostalgic purposes because
Yes.
of Dad. So that's.
They're great books. I mean,
I'm going to read them. I'm actually going to listen to the audiobooks.
the audiobooks are fantastic.
Yeah.
Is it Jim Daly? There's a guy who does the narration. They're actually doing an anniversary set where all the characters from the actual movies are going to voice characters and stuff.
Oh.
So, but Jim Daly, it's Jim Daly. It doesn't matter. He's very good at narrating. I do kind of have to go home because all my work stuff is in Dry Ridge, and it's 2:30.
Oh no.
Oh, I have to go to the gym with Mom at 5,
Okay.
which means I got to go home and get dressed.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot we're not at your house. I'm like,
Yeah,
what do you
no.
mean go home?
And I get to stay here.
Yay!
Well, I have to
I
work,
feel like we
but-
only talked about one thing in this podcast,
So,
but that's
what else do you want me to leave in?
You can leave it all in. It's fine.
All right. Thank you all for joining us, and thank you to the guys.
Jim Dale, thank you.
The guys who joined us live. Hello. I see you guys over there. It is currently October 18th that we are filming this. It'll be
You won't
out
see this
next
until
week.
probably January 2025.
No. Next week we are doing Halloween costumes. So
Are we? Oh God.
yes, we're doing Halloween costumes.
Get me out of here.
So stay tuned for that, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Pretty please.
Yep.
And thank you.
Do that.
And we're going to be adding a wish list in this video for Becca because her birthday's coming up. If you would like to contribute to Becca's birthday, click the link below. All right, goodbye.
Bye.